Ron Van Dam hopes that his show will tickle your fancy. We suggest covering your fancy with both hands. This is the Ron Van Dam Show on New England Broadcasting.
Ron Van Dam is an experienced talk show host. Do not attempt to try this at home.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Okay, whatever you think it is.
Hold on tight. Things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
I don't care. I mean, if you tuned in to hear about flower arranging, how to arrange flowers so they look nice when you give them as a gift in a bouquet, if that's what you're looking for, I can do that. I can do that. You take some baby's breath, and I don't know why they call it that, and stick it in a vase or a vase, whatever you got, with some roses or some carnations, or actually a little bit better. And there you have it. Okay, what else you want to talk about? Okay, all right, fine. All right. Hey, welcome to the program. It is the Ron Van Dam Show, and I am the person in the title of the show. Took years to figure out a title for this show, and then finally came up with, hey, why don't you just insert your name? You know, like lazy people do for voicemails. Do you ever call somebody and you get the voicemail because they're not there or don't care to talk to you? They can see caller ID. Uh-oh, it's Bobby. Don't answer the phone. So you get to the voicemail, and there's this robot lady that says, you've reached 229-555-6666, and leave a message for, and then you hear the guy's name and his voice just say his name, Bobby. it's so stupid. You've called 501-222-222. If you want to leave a message for Bobby, then wait till after the tone. To me, it's just an example of laziness. I mean, how lazy. I want to get all my messages. I want to be professional. How are you going to do that? I'm going to say my name, Bobby. It's just awful. Take the time and record a message. All your stupid cell phones and answering machines allow for that little task. Make a little nice message for people. Get your personality involved into your voicemail. You know, it's come on, man. Come on. Get a life. Enjoy life. Grab it by the balls and do something with it while you still have it. Oh, God. What country are we invading now? What day is it? What countries has the war been expanded into now? Oh, jeez. You know, you can pinch me as much as you want, but I don't think I'm waking up from this nightmare too easily. Or perhaps at all. Hey, how many miles to the gallon are you getting in your car? Very funny. That was a joke from Bobby. Okay. So, on today's show, we got some stuff coming up. Actually, I have a very interesting guy. He's a first responder, and I don't know what it's like to be a first responder, to help somebody out, because I basically don't help people out. I'm never going to drive you to the airport. I'm never going to help you paint your living room. I'm never going to help you move, nothing like that. So, you know, I'm not the kind of help out kind of person. However, when your adrenaline gets up and you see somebody is in a life and death situation, like really in trouble, yeah, you do jump in before your mind says, don't do this. You jump into it. So first responders, man, they are the kings and queens and end of story for all of us. They are the people that put their lives on the line, their lives on the line. Their families important, but it's amazing what they do, and we're having so many tests of their abilities these days. So here's a guy who's taking something into schools to educate the children. It's a way of educating the children to have actual experts go into the schools and talk to them. He's got a new way of demonstrating what it's like to be a first responder, and it's fascinating. And we're going to meet this guy and hear about what he's doing in the schools. I think it's pretty damn cool. Then we also have a guest. I believe they're with WebMD. You've heard of them. Those are that's the website that you go to when you don't want to talk to your doctor or you can't get through to them. That's pretty much more accurate. You should call your doctor and make an appointment. Okay, doctor, I've got this terrible thing. I want to make an appointment to see the doctor. Are you available in 3 years? No, you don't understand. I need to see the doctor right away. Well, are you available in 3 months? No, you don't understand. So then so people go to the website, this WebMD thing, and they're expanding because they realize that our health system is not that responsive. And the big thing is losing weight. That is it, man. That's the thing. If you're not into losing weight, you're behind the times. This is what we're doing now. Did you know that? Yeah, we're doing this now. We're losing weight. I don't know why that has anything to do with losing weight, but anyway. It's one of the hardest things to do. We all know that if we lost some weight, we'd feel better about ourselves, we'd be more healthy. We all realize that. But it's the trade-off. But I love this food. I love my lifestyle like this. I love my freedom in putting anything into my mouth that I want, food-wise. I love this life. I want to lose weight, but I don't want to do it that. So now we got these drugs, right, where you can inject them. I think there's now pills you can take, and the thing is, like any diet, you have to take it for the rest of your life. Otherwise, and what this pill does is it tricks your brain. It makes you think you're full all the time. It's basically a medical mindfuck, and but it works. So anyway. There's been an organization that's been around forever. It's called Weight Watchers. Now they're just called WW. Add one more W and you got yourself a website, right? What is their website? www.ww. It doesn't make .com, .net, .what, .fat. I don't know what it is. Anyway, they've been doing this forever. I mean, it's a community of overweight people that support each other to lose weight. I think that's really a good thing because there's so much psychology in losing weight. I know you got to eat the right foods. You can't eat a lot of it, all that kind of stuff. But there's a psychology in this. It's called discipline, of which so many people don't have. So how do you handle the discipline with drugs? That's not a great idea necessarily. You handle it with support. And that's hard too. But that's how you do it. Remember, people used to smoke. Everybody smoked. Remember, everybody smoked. Raise your hand if you smoked. Look, all the hands go up. This is a generational question, by the way. Everybody smoked. Everybody smoked. Everybody smoked. Everybody smoked. Everybody smoked. And then we had to get an entire generation of people off cigarettes. Didn't work with everybody, but it worked with most. And how do we do that? It was through discipline. Was it through drugs? No, not necessarily. It was through discipline. It basically scared the hell out of us, saying if you smoke another cigarette, you're going to die. And there's been a generation that's learned that indeed is the case. If you smoke less cigarettes, lung cancer, it could be your friend. I don't know. I mean, it could happen now. So it scared the hell out of people, and they stopped smoking. But how they stopped smoking? There were all different ways, but it was the support, the psychology of it that really made the difference. So WebMD apparently is going this route. And, okay, so nice. I mean, what do you want from me? So we're going to talk to them. Some people actually come up to me every once in a while and say, Ron, we really love your show. And my response is, why? Why would you say that? What? What, are you crazy? It's funny, isn't it? No? Okay. Well, maybe it's just me. Anyway, we're going to do that momentarily. I got to tell you, I don't know if I'm overweight or not. I'm 6'3", at least I was last time I was measured. 6'3", and I weigh over 200 pounds. I hover around 206, and anybody over 200 pounds, no matter how tall you are, is supposedly obese, disgusting, ugly, pound of poop. I mean, we call overweight people a lot of things. Obese. Obese is a medical term. Did you know that? I thought it was an insult. No, now it's a medical term. Ron, you're obese. Well, screw you. You're ugly. Oh, that's not ugly isn't a medical term. Look in the mirror. It is. Anyway. So I'll tell you, I'm going to be honest with you because otherwise I won't be. When I get up in the morning, before I get dressed, I go to the bathroom, as we all do, right? Why do most of us get up? It's because we have to pee. It's not because we have to get up. I mean, sometimes that's the case. But it's more that, I have to pee. How much more honest can I be? Well, right after I do that, I have a bathroom scale. And I get on the scale and I weigh myself every single morning. And when I tell people this, they say, Ron, that's a bad idea. Don't do that. No, it has kept me under check. It has. If my weight goes up by a couple of pounds, I'm going to spend the next day or two just kind of taking it slow, man. Take the eating part a little slower. I won't stop. Just take it a little slower and get myself down to my goal again. And then sometimes, if I'm going to see the doctor for a physical or something, I'll actually go on a diet for 2 weeks. Because I'll be damned if I'm going to walk into a doctor's office and have the doctor malign me and call me obese. I live for my doctor to say, hey, good job, Ron. Good job staying alive. That's basically what they're saying. You're doing a good job. What do you mean, all my numbers are right? All my test numbers are right? Yeah, you're doing a good job. I didn't know this was a job. I thought I was just living life. I didn't know this is my job now. You're doing a good job. Thank you. I should be getting a promotion and a pay increase then. But, I want to please my doctor because why would I want to please my doctor? What the hell difference does it make? You're my doctor. You're just another human being. Why would I want to please you? Because it psychologically keeps me in line. The psychology of everything is everything. It all has to do with your mind. It's the way you interpret things. It's your opinion. It's how you live your life. It's all upstairs in your head. This mind over body thing, that could happen. Body over mind, body wins out, but the mind is constantly in struggle with it. The mind's got more power than the body does. I don't know why I'm talking about this, to be honest with you, when I have guests that can explain some of this in a fashion that will be acceptable. Not necessarily, but yet there'll be guests and they will happen. But first, we're going to take a commercial break, and then we'll get to these people. But before that, there's this.
There is dining out, and then there is the dining experience. Giacomo's on the waterfront is the ultimate dining experience. Our unique crescent-shaped dining room, designed by world-renowned architect Shai Feng, offers a perfect, unimpaired view of the sparkling waters of the harbor from every seat through exquisite floor-to-ceiling windows. Allow our award-winning maitre d' to show you to your table, dressed in supple Belgian linens and elegantly set with the finest imported Limoges china and high-quality sterling silverware handcrafted by the master himself, Sebastian Franck. Each place setting is garnished with a delicate bouquet of flowers, freshly cut mere moments before you're seated, from our fully sustainable on-premises greenhouse overseen by master horticulturist Marie Esmond. Bask in the hushed thrill of gentle music from a live chamber trio ensemble as our courteous and professionally trained waitstaff, each dedicated to a single table only, see to your every need with an almost supernatural level of attention to detail and finesse. Yes, there is dining out, and then there is the dining experience at Giacomo's on the waterfront, an occasion so unique, so immersive, and so perfect in every way, you may never even notice we don't actually serve food. Giacomo's on the waterfront, because sometimes just being there is enough.
She is the chief physician editor of medical affairs at WebMD. And Dr. Nazario, pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Ron. I'm excited to be here to talk to you and the audience about WebMD's new platform, Embodied.
Yeah, this is weight loss and staying healthy, because the New Year's passed and we didn't really follow our directions properly when we were supposed to be better people. So now
that's definitely a good way to put it, Ron.
Right.
But it is a website for people who struggle with weight loss.
Okay, so now we have another chance, because we're going to talk about this. How is it really about support? Does that really help, Doctor?
It is. It's critically important to have that community support when it comes to a long-term journey like weight loss. The website is pretty unique in that we have several different assets to help support you on your journey. Mm-hmm. We have self-guided classes, like I mentioned, community support. We have real-time webinars. We have even a 6-part self-guided, curated course that you can take on your own for different things that we struggle with when it comes to weight loss and weight management, nutritional habits, exercise habits, sleep habits. So I think it's a pretty robust website. One thing we know is that one of the goals that we have with Embody is to empower you during this weight loss and weight maintenance journey.
Is it a matter of checking in on a regular basis? Is that what keeps you consistent?
I think that what matters is a few things. We have experts in various different fields that are affected by weight loss, and it's also the community support, right? The one thing we know from science is that anyone that is trying to lose weight on their own, as most of us do, there is long-term, a 90 to 95% chance that you will fail in the long run. And so the community support and the different aspects of weight loss, most weight loss programs focus on fitness and exercise and really only have weight loss as their ultimate goal of success. And while weight loss on the scale is important and one of the goals, it's not just through exercise and diet. We know that there are a lot of issues that affect the success of weight loss, and weight loss on the scale is not the only marker. Right. We focus on behavioral changes, but we also help you advocate your voice, which a lot of times is lost during this weight loss program. What's neat about this particular program is that it really does bring a unique perspective for achieving your goal and maintaining that goal. Absolutely, it's a medical website. We talk about the dynamics of weight loss and weight maintenance, but it also does it from, here's the unique angle, Ron. It does it from the dynamics of family and social aspects and the stigma of weight loss. It does it from the mental aspects. We know that when it comes to weight loss, we're all in it for the long game. And that success does not just lie on the scale, the pedometer, or other biometrics. Yeah. It really is about connecting, about being motivated, and emotional well-being.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so difficult really to achieve a weight goal. You can eat differently, but then once you achieve it, you tend to get a little bit loose again. And then before you know it, you're back to where you started because you were treating yourself because you achieved the goal and you thought, okay, now this is where I'll stay. And psychologically, that always throws us backwards.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Again, it is a long-term journey.
Yes.
What we know about weight management and weight loss is that it is a chronic disease. And I think, most of us look at it short-term. I want to get to that goal. But it is a chronic disease, and it is a complex disease.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of things that individual who is attempting to lose weight does not have control over.
Yes.
And as a medical website, it's important that WebMD play a part here. It is not just about the scale.
Right.
There are a lot of aspects of those dynamics that I talked about. What's the role of that in that individual? What's the role of where do they place control, for example? Is it externally or is it internally? What are their beliefs about, am I capable or do I have the capacity to go on this journey? Do I have the skills for that? And we take it from there. What I talked about earlier is we have various different types of experts. We definitely get to the medical and the biological roots of achieving and maintaining weight loss, but our experts are in different fields. We have psychologists, fitness experts, nutritionists, etc. So I think that really helps to make a more holistic approach that increases the success and the satisfaction of the journey that you're on.
Right. I mean, there are some situations where you do have a physical condition where you cannot lose weight, but that's for a physician to determine. How do we hook up with this and get more information?
So I would say go to the website. It's www.youandbody.com.
Okay. Excellent. Well, thanks for the information today. Staff Sergeant Adam Szabo joins us now. He's Michigan National Guard soldier. Thanks for being with us today, Adam.
Hey, thank you for having me, Ron. Appreciate it.
Well, we're talking about the Army National Guard bringing what we call Disasterville. What is that?
So Disasterville is actually it's a new focus that we're doing too, or events that it's drive a new mixed reality experience that's hosted by the Army National Guard in the form of virtual reality. So what we're trying to simulate, it's all happening on a high school gymnasium gym floor. It's a full-scale disaster zones that the Army National Guard specifically responds to. So that in that form of wildlife, fires, flood zones, and also earthquakes. So these students are going to be able to get the headsets on. They're going to go through 3 10-minute simulators too of each disaster, and then how the National Guard responds, and they can see that firsthand of how we're going to be helping out the community.
It's one hell of a video game you got going there.
I gotta say, this is pretty cool. I'm not the biggest video guy, but it's a great experience. They have a lot of fun with it.
Man, wow. Okay, so it's the goggles and the whole thing, right?
The goggles, they're going to be operating chainsaws, putting out wildfires with the hoses.
Oh my God.
We even have a boat that's set up too, and an inflatable raft, so they're going to act like they're paddling with oars, and they're going to feel like they're right there.
Okay. Is this something that somebody wants to go through, though? I mean, I guess it simulates what what would actually happen, and which is a fantastic thing if you can actually help with those disasters. But would it traumatize kids in any way?
Not at all, too. So we don't make it that realistic, but it is. They get to just we don't make it that realistic too, to the point where it's I don't want to do this. Yeah. Every kid that I've seen go through this, I see the smile from ear to ear, and they think it's the coolest thing ever too. And I personally do too, along with my team. But it's not that realistic to the point where it's scary.
Okay, all right. And so, what is the end result? What is the purpose of doing this so that kids can get involved?
Absolutely. So we just want to give a better understanding of what these young high school students. What capabilities the National Guard offers too. So just to inspire them who are looking for maybe something bigger than themselves, looking to be a part of an organization that responds to these natural disasters. And I know, sure, up in Boston right now too, the snow, you can relate with all the storms coming up. Myself from Michigan too. I mean, we respond to a lot of these, the flash floods, the wildfires too, they're really prevalent. So if they're looking to be part of an organization that's going to help their community, their state, their country, we want them to just know that, hey, we're here and this is who they can potentially be a part of.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, we live through natural disasters all the time, but as a first responder to actually is more in the thick of it than somebody sitting in their home watching it snow outside and saying, "Oh, I can't get out of the driveway." I mean, it's a whole different deal, isn't it?
Exactly too, and that's where I've been on activations before too, and the moment once you start helping out those those citizens to your left and right, your neighbors, it's a great feeling, and that's just another message we want to show these students in that story. Hey, this is something you guys can be a part of too. This is a way to kind of check it out, get a calm before the storm on it.
Yeah. There are all different aspects to being a first responder too. I mean, you can go out and actually do the physical work, but there's so much behind that as well. There's the media and how you communicate with other first responders and how you relay information. I mean, that's all part of it too, isn't it?
It is too. So, I mean, at least in the few that I've been on as well, just how you operate as a team. And, you can be a college student one day, or 1 second too, and then a flood could hit, then you could be helping them out. So it's, it's a good team to be a part of too. And that's something we emulate with this event itself. So they actually work in 5-man teams of how they're going to be, potentially picking up debris. They're going to be saving, an additional person from trapped in a car, but they have to talk to each other. Otherwise, going to kind of bump into each other, hit shoulders too. So you see them operating as a team, and we're giving them that firsthand experience through this event.
Wow, pretty awesome. Okay, all right. Where does this take place cross country? These exhibitions.
So we're looking at implementing more schools, schools and states throughout the spring tour. But as of right now, we have Indianapolis, Indiana.
Uh-huh.
We have Detroit next week, Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh,
So, if there are other schools that are looking at, getting involved in this too, you can always contact your local National Guard representatives too.
Oh, cool.
And then for any more information on that, for the National Guard itself, you can visit nationalguard.com. But, we'd love to see more kids be aware of this event itself.
When I was going to school, which is quite a long time ago, there was one thing to sit in the classroom and have somebody talk at the top of, the head of the class, and you just listen to him talk. And another thing to actually have visitors from other professions and other concerns come in and demonstrate to everybody, all the students, what they do. That was far more impactful to me than just sitting behind a desk in a chair.
Exactly. Hey, I'm right there with you too. I wish we, had something like this when I was in school, and also, So I wish, there's more events like this, but they'll get a chance too if they come to the school too or regionally. But I think it's very impactful. It is. And you see that when the kids go through, like I mentioned earlier, they're smiling ear to ear and they have the most fun with it too. Even grown adults, we're trying it for the first time. And we're just laughing. We're like, it's a lot of fun too. And I'm not a big video game guy, but one of these simulators, it's a great time, and it's impactful too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So you can actually do this and not back up and fall down the stairs in your house. That's my biggest my biggest worry. Okay, one more time, how we get in contact in order to maybe set this up.
Absolutely. So to set this up or to inquire about this event itself, you can contact your local National Guard representative, but for any additional information about the Army National Guard itself, you can visit nationalguard.com.
Perfect. Come on down to Disasterville. Okay. All right. Thank you to you, and thank you to my guests. I'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new episode. I hope you join me then, but until that time arrives, I wish you peace.